Truth about being a YouTuber. These little boys and girls, let's check it out.
I think there's a huge difference between the idea of becoming a content creator and the reality of it. When I was younger, I thought all YouTubers were just like celebrities, only eating at 5-star restaurants, living in Los Angeles, and driving a Lamborghini just to go to Walmart. Hey man, that couldn't be further from the truth. Instead, I'm sitting here in my underwear animating Stickman at 4:30 in the morning. Ever since actually becoming a content creator myself, I've come to realize how much actually goes on behind the scenes. When I was like 10 years old, I remember watching animation content creators like Jaden Animation or the Odd Ones Out, and would often find myself wondering, geez, why do these animators only post once a month? How lazy are they? Guys, I am so sorry. I get it now. Because I was a dumb 10-year-old, I wasn't even considering the countless hours worth of scripting, drawing, recording, and then editing. It's just so, I feel like I need to mention though, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that content creation is harder than a 9-to-5. Because no. Dude, you sit down in your ergonomic chair and caption TikTok videos on CapCut for an hour and a half a day. You are not a blue-collar worker. Just like pretty much anything, being a YouTuber comes with tons of ups and downs. Now listen, I'm only speaking on the side of animation commentary videos because, you know, I'm not filming vlogs or doing last to leave the circle gets $1 million. Nah, I'm solely talking on the animation side of things. I am in no way, shape, or form cut out to be giving away Tokemon wrapped Teslas or doing last to leave videos. I promise, the winner's gonna be getting $10 and a Burger King coupon. The reason that I started thinking about all of this is because as of right now, the Tokemon YouTube channel has officially turned 3 years old. That's right, on October 1st, 2022, I decided to go on this very website, youtube.com, and create my own channel. And then about 45 minutes later, I posted my very first video.
Okay, now I just want to say, I am not the biggest
Okay, that's enough. Let's just... That's better. Allow me to set the scene. I'm 17 years old, fresh out of high school. I graduated about a month ago, and I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I'm working at Marshall's, which is fine, but I didn't want that to become what I did for eternity till I withered away. One day, I'm on YouTube, and I noticed a specific kind of content was blowing up. Stickman YouTubers. Out of nowhere, there seemed to be a wave of storytime Stickman YouTubers. Just as you would notice one of these Stickman creators, another 30 would pop out of nowhere. I remember like a week after noticing this, I texted my girlfriend something along the lines of, this could be my chance. I could actually do something with this, to which she fully supported. So on the morning of October 1st, one day after my 18th birthday, I made this very channel, Tokemon. Almost immediately after making the channel, I started drawing visuals for my very first video on the Snapchat drawing feature. I hated drawing with my mouse on MS Paint because who doesn't? Every single visual that you see in my very first video was drawn with Snapchat on my iPhone. Doing every single visual took me about 30-40 minutes, and then I decided to record a story time with a pair of Apple earbuds and my phone. I emailed myself every single drawing, saved it to my computer, and then put it together in some garbage Microsoft Movie Maker software and posted it that exact same day. Absolutely nothing happened with my video, and I kind of just assumed that at this point it was over. But then all of a sudden, one morning, I woke up and saw on my phone that I had gained 100 views. And from there, it just kept on going up and up and up. I didn't even eat breakfast that morning. I remember I just made a new video and immediately posted again. And then that video was a success, and it just kept going. It was so surreal being able to say that a video that I made was getting over 100.
Yeah, I know his how can I put this, his YouTube journey, it went fast, but if you really trying to be a YouTuber or content or influence, it's not gonna happen overnight. I'm telling you, bro. It's just grinding. It will probably happen overnight, but it's not gonna happen overnight, if you get what I'm saying. You gotta grind every single day, and some people they're gonna be like, who is this nobody on my recommends? Who is this guy? But if you keep posting to that person, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm keep seeing him, I'm about to click on his videos. And then you got good editing on your videos and all that stuff, then your video is actually gonna be good. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all gotta keep grinding to get recognized. Not a lot of people know me, but I just gotta keep grinding. So yeah, y'all, all y'all gotta do, just keep grinding, and it's just gonna follow up. It's gonna come.
views. Man, even getting viewers that weren't just myself and my friends was incredible. Over the course of the next few weeks, there weren't as many of these YouTubers who were blowing up, and there were only a few that remained. And somehow, out of hundreds of these stickman YouTubers, I was one of the last creators who just didn't fizzle out and lose all relevancy. Now, although this type content wasn't exactly what I had in mind, I wasn't really complaining because I finally was doing YouTube to some sort of success. Now, real quick, let me come out and say it. Yes, these videos, at least on my end, were extremely low effort and not good. The visuals were bad, the audio was just terrible, and worst of all, the stories were so boring. They were so unentertaining, and they all went exactly the same every single time. Every single one of my videos at the time went something like,
Okay, so this one time I was with my friend and bro, we didn't even know what was going on. So we ate chips, watched Family Guy, and went to bed.
The end. Just imagine this exact same story, but in a different setting every time. Graduation, school, the movies. Dude, the movies, are we serious? It's just repetitive and boring. Like, honestly, any form of criticism that I was receiving during this time regarding my video making skills is completely valid because I was just posting anything. Dude, at the time, I would be getting comments like, how does this video have 10,000 views? Which honestly did hurt my feelings at the time. But now that I think about it, yeah, how did this video get 10,000 views? Even to this day, I still can't bring myself to watch any of my old videos. Like, if the CIA ever needed to get some sort of top secret information out of me, simply showing me my old videos for longer than 30 seconds would be the easiest way to get what they want. Slowly but surely, though, I improved my video making skills. While starting off with YouTube, I met other stickman creators like ExoZero, Loney, The Duck, Birdie, who were all so nice and helpful with just YouTube stuff. For starters, they told me how to edit my videos with an actual editing software instead of using Snapchat, so I downloaded Sony Vegas from a random YouTube link. By the way, never ever do this. It hacked my computer using some Russian crypto software. After that terrible fiasco, I just switched to Adobe Premiere Pro, which I know looks like a spaceship control panel at first glance, but it's easy to learn, I promise. I'm mainly telling this to the one guy who comments under every single one of my videos. I make them on Premiere Pro. I hope you enjoy. I thought, why not make some videos about school? Sprinkle in some Gen Z nostalgia here and there, and you know what, just for funsies, let's make an entire video making fun of British food. I even dabbled in short form content, and it's because of the few short form
YouTube shorts, that's like, I'm telling y'all, bro, that's the method, bro. YouTube shorts, bro. You gotta post at least like 6 YouTube shorts a day, and I'm telling you, one of them going to get over 1,000 if you just post them 6 videos 30 days. One of them gonna get over 1,000. I'm telling you, bro.
tier list videos that ultimately pushed me to hit my first ever big milestone that I'd been aiming for ever since I was a kid: 100,000 subscribers. It was so weird actually logging into YouTube Studio and seeing that was my real life subscriber count. You know, I wasn't doing the inspect element thing, and I was just making content. I could finally call myself a YouTuber. And then I burnt out. The feeling of not really wanting to do anything, like you've given everything you possibly can, is so miserable. That constant go, go, go feeling, and also that thought that every second you don't spend being productive in some way, you're just wasting away time. Some people might think it's totally not worth it, but in my case,
yeah, in fact, like, I could be watching TV or something, and I'll be thinking, like, it's so many kids and just people in general that's grinding more than me. I need to lock in, and then I just make a video. Like, it just be like that sometimes, bro.
I would burn out 10 times over to keep doing this. For the better part of my life, I've always been watching YouTube. Of course, I did spend some time watching some Nickelodeon here and some Cartoon Network there, but for the most part, I was always watching content on YouTube. The content that I would typically watch was gaming Let's Play videos. Creators like Dan TDM, popular MMOs, and Stampy were always my first pick. And like a lot of people at the time, my young mind saw this and immediately thought, I want to do that. The only problem was I wasn't really sure how I was going to make this happen because my family didn't didn't have a fancy gaming computer. No, we had a piece of garbage laptop from like 2002 that couldn't even run Flash games. Also, my parents didn't want their 9-year-old kid making a YouTube channel at the time because internet safety and stuff. So for the time being, my YouTube dreams were slowly shot down. However, there was another passion that I had, which was drawing. I don't mean to shatter any hopes that you might have that, behind the stick man, I have some secret hidden drawing talent, because that's not true. Even when I was young, I was drawing stickman comic books. In the middle of class, I'd spend most of my time drawing mindless crap instead of paying attention to what the teacher had to say. Dude, no matter how hard I tried, I wasn't able to focus on literally anything, and I was super loud and obnoxious. I just wish there was a formal name to describe this exact type of behavior. It would just explain so much. Oh well, guess not. During this time, there was a new style of YouTubers that were slowly coming up into the spotlight and almost taking over the entire platform. Animation story time. Tubes. This all started when, on a crisp autumn evening, I was at a friend's house and he showed me this video he liked of some guy talking about his experiences on when he worked at My apologies. Subway. Obviously, me being a kid with a really bad attention span, I thought, why would this dunce think I'd want to spend my time watching a video of some guy talking about him doing work? That sounds so unbelievably boring.
I single-handedly saved that Subway. Wait, what have I done?
Can we watch it again? Dude, we've watched it 8 times already. Can't we just watch something? Okay, yeah, we'll rewatch it. You know how when you look back at a moment or an event that completely changed you? That is how I felt when I watched this Odd Ones Out video. Once I discovered all the other animation creators out there, I was addicted to every single one of these videos. Dude, I was such a big fan, I was even making fan art for them. So, I ended up making a Tumblr account because I remember that's what the Odd Ones Out said he started using. Although I had literally no idea what I was doing, I posted my first ever Tumblr comic. And another. And then I stopped. Hey man, all these comics took me quite a bit of time, Eventually my parents did let me make a YouTube channel, and I kept on growing up making different types of content. I tried my hand at gameplay commentary, but wasn't really my strong suit. I attempted to become a Geometry Dash YouTuber. I also tried to become a video essay creator right when that niche was blowing up. I made a video about Undertale, which I spent like 3 weeks on, and I was super proud of it when I posted, which was awesome, don't get me wrong. But when I watch it now, it's like, that's the best you could come up with in 3 weeks? And then eventually, I ended up doing the stickman thing. Anyways, yeah, that's literally it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Instagram, and I will see you guys.
Yo, W video, bro. Romans 8:11. And if the spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies because of his spirit who lives in you.